cuff, turn on the machine, the cuff inflates, and this is a measurement of the pressure in the cuff. And it's listening for my heartbeat. The systolic is the pressure when the heart contracts. You can see it's 111 millimeters of mercury. The diastolic is the pressure when the heart is relaxed. That's 75 millimeters of mercury. So blood pressures are typically measured with millimeters of mercury. I will show you that in the old days it was not digital readout, but was instead an actual column of mercury that you could watch. So here's what it would look like in the old days. You'd have a stethoscope listening for the heartbeat near the elbow, and you'd pump the mercury up. So this is liquid mercury. You can see it going up now as the pressure increases. So this is used to measure what is the pressure in the cuff. And now you can see it's slowly being released. And while it's being released, the nurse or doctor is listening for the heartbeat with the stethoscope.
You should hear this now.
Initially, the pressure in the cuff blocks the heartbeat from reaching the elbow. But as the pressure in the cuff decreases, the heartbeat will be able to pass the barrier, and then the heartbeat will be audible. So here you'll get a chance to pretend to be a nurse or doctor reading the blood pressure of a patient. There's the column of mercury. What you're listening for is the first sign or first sign of a heartbeat. And you'll hear it right now. And you need to record the pressure at which you first heard the heartbeat, which was about 160 something millimeters of mercury. Now the pressure's dropping. You can hear the heartbeat. You're listening now for when does the heartbeat disappear. And that will be the diastolic pressure, the low pressure. And there it is. You don't hear the heartbeat. So this lower number for this person was about 102 millimeters of mercury. Here's another patient. See if you can determine when you first hear the heartbeat. Right about there, 110 is the upper number or the systolic pressure for this individual. This person has a much lower blood pressure than the first patient. About 62 is the diastolic pressure for this individual. So about 120 over 80 is considered a normal blood pressure. If the values get higher than that, then you may be treated for high blood pressure, called hypertension. And if your numbers are much lower than that, then you may have problems with fainting unexpectedly. The blood just doesn't get to your brain, and you may need medication for that as well. So this patient here, if you've been watching the numbers, has high blood pressure, about 138 over 98. So go ahead and try this last one. Read the blood pressure, determine whether it's normal, high, or low.
Compare your recorded measures with the answers. If any single measure differs...
So I hope this gives you some ideas of how blood pressure is measured and why it's measured in millimeters of mercury.